Hey, Seth David here. I'm here with John Ferraro, CEO of Nimble. It's gotten so noisy out there in social media that in itself, I think, presents new challenges in terms of how to cut through all that noise and get to the right sort of target audience. Who are the people I need to talk to? And one of the mistakes that I'm going to underscore during the presentation is that a lot of us go after the wrong sort of target. We're too focused on the end user of our product or services rather than on the people who can refer the end user.
Exactly.
And you taught me that, you reminded me of that in a very strong way at the beginning of this year when I'd reached out to you and said, hey, I would love to do some more stuff together and I would love some mentorship and guidance because I was kind of starting over again. And one of the first things you showed me was how important it is to try and identify who are the influencers in the industries that I want to serve, and then how to develop and nurture relationships with those people, because those people can put me in front of the people who will hire me time and time again. So it's one effort paying for itself over and over again.
And that's actually the way that I scaled two global technology companies, Goldmine and Nimble. And the way that I did that is, imagine this, I'm 29 years old, this was, God help me, 30 years ago or so. And I'm a sales rep in a technology company, and they're giving me leads on a piece of paper and saying, go get them. There was no Outlook, there was no Salesforce, there was no term SFA or CRM or market automation. I basically couldn't find a tool that enabled me to manage relationships and do the basic sales and marketing to be top of mind and to close deals. And so I decided to quit my job and start a company called Goldmine. In 1989, we had the world's first sales and marketing technology relationship platform. How do you sell that? I'm a kid in an apartment on $5,000 with $5,000 in the bank in Canoga Park. What I did, Seth, is identified the key influencer of my core prospects in and around the areas that promised my product. In those days, it was the Novell reseller who sold the network, and I had the first car to drive on that highway, a networkable business app for relationship sales and marketing. And so I reached out to them and built a relationship with them. I got them to use Goldmine. And people sell what they know and they know what they use. They started to then recommend it, and that's how we scaled Goldmine into a global company that served 5 million customers and was doing nearly $100 million in sales on an annual basis. And we're gonna teach you how to do this yourself if you come to our QuickBooks Connect session.
And just to underscore and sort of prove your point, John, I want to illustrate that earlier this year when we started talking more again, one of the first people you sort of put in front of me was somebody I already knew and followed, Gene Marks. And since that time, I accomplished exactly what I set out to based on your guidance. I actually was able to produce some content and put it in front of Gene Marks, who in turn replied to it. And I have a screenshot that I'm going to show everybody in the presentation showing how Gene Marks replied and said, great read. And he mentions me on Twitter in front of his 85 some odd thousand followers. And that got retweeted like crazy that day. And we're going to teach you exactly how I did that.
And you know what's interesting about Gene Marks and also David Cieslak, these are two very influential accountants who understand the value of not just selling accounting, which is 8 hours or 10 hours in a day that you sell your time, but to sell consulting services in and around the products and services necessary for a business to grow, that being the front and back office, sales and marketing and accounting software solutions. So they're going in and selling solutions, and those both are two of my former best Goldmine resellers. So Gene Marks and David Cieslak, who I think you might know also, are two accounting influencers that we built relationships with, that we were able to scale our business. So don't forget, it's not about prospects and customers or even sales and marketing to grow your business. And we're going to teach you the secrets to success to help you achieve your passion, plan, and purpose in life.
Yep, in fact, David Cieslak has been at QuickBooks Connect the last couple of years, and he gives a talk called Inspector Gadget. So I believe, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he'll be there this year and probably giving this
I've seen that session. I love that session.
Yeah.
I am a gadget guy.